We're going to turn now to the breaking economic news, and President Trump unveiled his most expansive tariffs yet, and the Dow futures have tumbled more than 700 points after his announcement late this afternoon. The U.S. will charge at least 10% on most imported goods, but it will be much higher for dozens of other countries that the president claims treats the U.S. unfairly. Eyewitness News anchor Mike Marza is in the newsroom with all of the details from today's big announcement. Mike.
Liz, more than 100 trading partners, including the European Union, China, Britain, and India, all impacted by this. The president says these countries actually raise tariffs in retaliation. The U.S. can also increase these levels that those countries would pay. President Trump signing the tariffs this afternoon, a sweeping shot at the world for what he calls decades of ripping off America. He dubbed this day Liberation Day, pledging to create American economic independence. The president announcing new tariffs ranging from 10% to 49% on countries around the world. Virtually all countries, as you mentioned, would pay that minimum 10% tariff. The EU, 20% hikes in tariffs, and China would face a 34% increase. President Trump aiming to restore American manufacturing, even inviting a UAW worker from Detroit to the podium for the announcement in the Rose Garden to praise the president's actions. But as we know, rebuilding the entire supply chain cannot happen overnight. The president still calling this one of the most important days in American history.
From this day on, we're not going to let anyone tell us that American workers and families cannot have the future that they deserve. We're going to produce the cars and ships, chips, airplanes, minerals, and medicines that we need right here in America. The pharmaceutical companies are going to become roaring back. They're coming roaring back. They're all coming back to our country, because if they don't, they got a big tax to pay. And if they do, I'll be very happy.
The White House saying the 10% tariff on all countries will take effect midnight this Saturday, and those reciprocal tariffs, as they're being described, those will take effect April 9th. The 25% tariff already announced on cars, that happens tomorrow. Bill?
Mind-boggling. Michael, thank you for that.